What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Christian here again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about meta picks in Sparking Zero and how to make metas fun. Okay, in the last year, the Sparking community has turned the term meta into a taboo word, not because meta itself is a bad thing, more because the meta in Sparking Zero was just not fun to play for a lot of months. Okay, for months we had MUI running rampant on ranked modes, and the term meta just became synonymous with just picking MUI or another 4-bar fusion and making 90% of the cast just not viable for use in online modes. But for the start of the new season, things changed significantly and the spread of characters that are viable improved. We had 3 archetypes of characters that are viable now. We have transformation characters, we have androids, and we have high DP characters. So clearly all metas are not built the same. Some metas are better than others, and character variety can be improved with changes to characters in game modes. Okay, so the question is, how do we keep metas from getting stale in Sparking Zero? Well, let's see how one of the best dev teams in gaming does it at a high level with a game like Apex Legends.
Well, only a month ago, EA announced that their sales had boomed to 1.3 billion, which is a lot of money, and their earnings expectations were blown out of the water, notably with Apex Legends outperforming expectations. You never want your game to get stale, you always want to change something, give people a reason to come back, and give people a reason to keep playing your game. And Apex has created their own approach to this as well, using Legends. Because Legends are one of the core parts of the game, they realized that not letting metas get stale and shaking up Legends frequently is a very good approach to keep people coming back to the game. And it's true, it's so fun trying out the little reworks they do, and Respawn even said this. They said, generally, we would love for every Legend to be just as viable as another. And that was our approach to balancing for a long time, to try and push and pull Legends to be all balanced perfectly. However, we found out that approach was leading to more stale Legend metas that didn't shake up your core experience with the game over time. So we started to take larger swings, as you saw with the Legend class changes, which we also got bolder with as we went. So these big balancing swings at random Legends that make them actually powerful do kind of force people to try new things and experience new areas of the game to keep them interested. I can definitely see the approach Respawn taking, and I guess they are taking the approach of let's take risks and spice the game up. And once again, after years of doing Apex news, a massive complaint has been the lack of content, especially during events. Respawn would sometimes just release an event with skins with hardly any content, but now it's pretty much guaranteed that we get a decent amount of content through Legend balancing.
So as you see, Respawn, instead of shying away from creating overpowered characters, they embrace the opportunity of buffing these characters to shake up metas and keep the game fresh. Okay, they buff certain characters in their cast, especially characters that didn't see a lot of use, and Sparking Zero could do the same thing, but like I've mentioned time and time again, they would rather release underpowered characters that largely go unused instead of using those characters as opportunities to change up metas and spice up gameplay and add new game mechanics. Okay, so Roshi and Spopovich, for example, in the 2 DP tier have been the premier picks for months, when Spike had the opportunity to add competition to that tier with Pansy after DLC 2. Superhero Gohan is still the meta 4 DP pick months later, even after nerf, because Spike just refuses to bring some of the other 4 DP characters up to his level to make up for their lack of transformation potential. Okay, there's many examples of Spike just not changing up characters that are going unused, and in my opinion, it's a missed opportunity to shake up metas and bring excitement to the game. Overall, Spike doesn't seem to want to take many risks with character kits in this game, and that is why most of the cast now feels very samey and the game feels very flowcharty and boring to play. Metas feeling stale is a large part of why character packs end up falling flat, and in my opinion, this could be very easily fixed with some character buffs to underutilized characters and DLC characters. And right now, let's be honest, Spike and Bandai have nothing to lose. The game is basically dead at this point, so why not take bold risk? Why not take the Respawn approach and make bold moves with gameplay mechanics and character kits so that we can add some exciting elements to this game. And if they want to continue to monetize this game further after DLC 3, they need to start making those decisions now. I don't see a lot of people coming back to buy more Sparking Zero content without the game getting a lot more exciting and very soon. So hopefully DLC 3 comes out with meaningful changes to characters and game mechanics to bring some life back into this game. And also, as a community, we need to start embracing change, okay? This habit that everyone has of freaking out whenever Spike takes a bold risk with the game does 100% hold back the game. I've said it for months, but guys, we want this game to change. This game is not in a good spot right now. And if anything is gonna change, the game has to change. When the changes to DP Battle happened, everyone was just freaking out and complaining and overreacting, but metas need to shift for the game to survive. In the modern era, a still game is a dead game, and Sparking Zero is proving it as we speak. The devs took way too long to change singles and DP, mainly because the mechanics of the game were just not a finished product at that moment. Months in, they were still trying to adjust tracking and sidestep strength, but now that those fundamental mechanics have largely been resolved, it's time to take the game off its shackles, okay? With interesting character reworks and changes to game modes, we can shift metas and bring excitement for every season. Even if they add new maps and costumes, I promise you guys, it's not gonna be enough to retain a player base, because ultimately those do nothing to shift the core gameplay, which is what Respawn noticed with Apex, okay? No matter how many skins they release, how many heirlooms they were releasing, how many collectibles, it will always go back to the one question: is the game fun to play, or is it stale right now? And right now, Sparking Zero is just failing that metric, so it's time for Spike to take risks and actually change some of these characters to see if we can bring some excitement back to the game. But let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if I'm right, or do you think that the game should just remain as it is and it's just a lost cause, okay? And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Looks like I win. Though with my little power-up, I guess